Welcome back, YouTube, to another Galaxy of Heroes video. I am your bald-headed boy Scribble, and today we are getting galactically challenged on my birthday. That's right, everybody has to be nice to me in the comments now. Let's do this. Oh my days, we're on Tatooine against the Imperial troopers. It's bonuses for Jawas. Are you ready to get your Shutagawar on? Okay, so the global modifier is Dune Sandstorm, which means every single turn, all units are going to get inflicted with a dot, which can't be resisted. That's going to be swell. The player modifier is Shutagawar, and this one is actually really strong for Jawas because essentially it means whenever a thermal detonator explodes, we're going to recover all of our protection and gain stacking 5% speed up to a maximum of 100%, which means we double our speed, which is really nice. At the end of our turns, if a Jawa was damaged by a debuff, they inflict a thermal detonator to the enemy for 2 turns, which means, we're going to be hitting a lot of thermals on them, which you need because otherwise you fall on your face and you cry a little bit. This also can't be evaded or resisted. These effects occur each time a Jawa ally is damaged by a debuff by the enemy that turn. We've also got 100% extra protection, which is interesting. The enemy has Imperial armor. This one's slightly different to their Endless Ranks one. Okay, so they've got additional max health and protection. The first time a non-droid Imperial trooper not in the leader slot is defeated, they revive with 100% health and protection, and whenever they revive, they inflict stagger and vulnerable on the entire enemy team, which can't be resisted, which is a little bit frustrating. Imperial trooper allies with less than 100% turn meter gains bonus turn meter. They also recover health and protection and gain stacking crit damage for 1 turn. And whenever they attack out of turn, they also gain bonus protection. It's a little bit frustrating. So what do we need to do? We need to complete the battle with a full team of Jawas. We also need to complete the battle after attempting to apply 40 thermal detonators. And we have to win after defeating 3 enemies in the same turn. Now, this is actually entirely possible with not so great Jawas. I've done it in one battle with my Jawas all at gear 11, apart from one Jawa at relic 3. As far as modding is concerned, all I did was I went into Hot Utils and I told it, hey, max out defense and protection on all my Jawas. I want to try and lean into that 100% additional protection because that's going to keep me alive, right? The global modifier that's putting dots on you impacts your health, so the higher the health pool, the more damage you'll take from that. So you don't want so much health, but protection primaries, protection primaries, protection primaries. The defense sets over there are just there to try and get us to be able to tank the incoming damage. The more Jawas we have alive, the better off we're going to be. My one Jawa that is at relic levels is actually using a crit avoidance arrow as well, because I find, if they don't crit him, he has a higher chance of surviving, and then it's just as much protection, as much defense as you can possibly get on these guys. Obviously, they're not even relic levels for the most part, so the stats aren't great. Takes a little bit of RNG, but it can work. Okay, so we're going to go over that now, and then I'm going to give you some options if you just can't get the Jawas to function. Okay, let's do this. So what we're looking for here is survival of the fittest. If they don't open up with a big old mass assist and they don't, throw ability blocks and all that, fantastic. We're going to open up with this stun surprise over here. 75% chance to stun droids for a turn and a 25% chance to stun other enemies. Don't expect this to stun anybody, guys. What? Don't expect £1 million. Damn it, that didn't work. Alright, so I'm going to use this one over here. Crit chance up, gain some additional turn meter across the board. Booyah. And then we're just going to hit them with any old AoEs that we've got. Boom, throw out some grenades. What one? This one over here. Yeah, call random ally to assist. Yeah. And then we'll gain some stealth. Wonderful. You just want to try and survive. If you can survive a couple of turns, normally it's not too terrible. Use your specials, spam those bad boys, and I really don't like Death Trooper because he can actually put out Death Mark. Death Mark just kind of blows. You really want to kind of save that big AoE special for when enemies have got lots of thermal detonators like this, so that we can actually take advantage. We've got that stun again. What is going on? Is it my birthday? It actually is my birthday. Who'd have thunk it? As you see, it starts to roll, but don't count your chickens just yet, okay? Don't count your chickens just yet, because they will still revive a couple of times, and if you've lost any of your Jawas, there is a big chance that Death Trooper over there can put Death Mark on you, and you might suffer a bit of a bad ending. So, looking here, we can throw this thermal detonator, and it will probably kill Shore Trooper, and it will probably kill Death Trooper. It might kill Colonel Stark over here. We could give it a chance, and that'll get you 3 kills in 1. Let's have a look. No, not quite. Not quite good enough for any of that business, but that's okay. Let's keep on focusing over here. Unfortunately, does this one give us the heal? It gives us 45% turn meter. I want to save that first special just in case. Let's keep on throwing stuff out. Maybe we get some stuns. Not quite. Ooh, we've now lost a Jawa, which means Death Trooper has the opportunity to actually destroy us. He actually killed that Jawa with a Terminate as well, which means he ain't coming back. We're going to throw out some more thermals here. Absolutely. We need to just hang on. We need to hang on, because if Death Trooper starts doing nasty business to us, I will cry. Now, unfortunately, we have wrapped up a whole boatload of speed. We just need to make sure that Shore Trooper actually takes a turn so we don't just succumb to dots. Maybe we can actually revive, yeah. Right. Oh no, it only revives droid allies. Ignore me, I'm just being foolish. Yeet! Oh, come on. That's just ridiculous. Stop dodging. Stop. Will you just... There we go. So I don't think we got the killed 3 enemies in one turn there, but I did do it on my main one. You just need to... You need to wait for a turn where the enemy has got a bunch of thermal detonators. Throw that out. If they've got like 20, 30 thermal detonators, you will one-shot them. They'll just blow up. So you might need a bit of RNG. That was literally my second attempt whilst recording the video, so it's pretty easy to get done. Just mod them to be as tanky as all get out. Now, if you're struggling with getting that done and you don't want to deal with the RNG, go ahead and do that on like tier 6. It'll be much easier because those Imperial Troopers will only be tier 12. And we can sort out the rest of them just up here in tier 10. And that will get you the gold box at the very least. So let's look at doing Crush Them and Thermal Detonators. If you're looking to try and get the thermal detonator feat done without having decent Jawas, you can actually run a little funky Frankenstein team like this. I'm using Traya lead with Malak, throwing in Wat Tambor and keeping Jawa and Jawa Scavenger alive. That's going to give us all the thermal detonators that we need and potentially still be able to get the Crush Them feat done. So I'm going to place the tank tech over on my Scavenger. I want to try and make sure that he can cleanse and he can recover that protection. Couple of AoEs is all we want. Look, we're already looking at 5, 10, 15, 20. Well, hang on, I can count 5, 10, 15, 21, 24 thermal detonators on the field already. So I'm going to go ahead, cleanse off some of these debuffs. Look at that, lots and lots going on here. Lots and lots of thermal detonators. I'm going to put the Isolate over there on Shore Trooper, and I'm just going to try and keep Scavenger alive because we want him to be able to continually throw out those debuffs. Now, what you want to try and do is you want to try and make sure that they get lots of those AoE offs to build up these thermal detonators, alright? You don't want them actually to necessarily detonate them too early. You want to be able to do it all at once by yourself, okay? We can even put weapons tech over on Malak, but I think it's better to put the recovery tech on your Scavenger or whoever it happens to be. So I'm just looking over here. Let's try and get Death Trooper lower so that when we throw this grenade, we might potentially kill multiple people. I don't think this is going to get us to 3, but let's have a look. Boom, 3 kills. There you go. That's all you need to have done. What will die, but honestly, it doesn't matter at this point. Malak will basically solo the rest of this team anyway. He takes reduced damage from dots, and the Imperial Troopers here aren't going to deal nearly enough damage to deal with them. And to be honest, it looks like our Jawas are going to survive regardless. I think I must have... Oh, no, Shore Trooper died. That's why he lost his Isolate. But as you can see, it's really not a big deal from here on out. We can just go ahead, place that Isolate back on. Let's reduce the cooldowns over here. Let's deal with Death Trooper, because I don't like him very much. Come on. Hold up. Deal with the Death Trooper. Oh, let's actually use a life drain on Shore. That'll make life easier. And then we can just throw out a grenade. And we can just hopefully eventually get rid of some of these people. Come on. Come on. Take a turn. There you go. Now we're cooking. So there you go. If you can't get your full Jawa team to work out like that, I do find this is a good way of keeping that defensive viability while still being able to push out a bunch of dots, and it doesn't require a GL. Super, isn't it? Now, if you're having issues with that, you do have a GL available. I'd highly recommend taking in Rey and then just filling the rest of your team out with Jawas. This works absolutely fine. You need to make sure that you've got Scavenger over there. Who's this one that we're on the bench? Engineer. Engineer is quite useful, but we'll just go in with this. Now, Rey lead Jawas is kind of nutty because obviously her leadership will help keep them alive. You can just, like, you know, throw lifeblood on someone, let them go all in, and look at that. They've already got stupid levels of thermal detonators on the team. They're just going to keep doing stuff. Rey's Whirlwind as well. You can't revive from Rey's Whirlwind, so good luck. Look at all those thermal detonators right now. Boom, boom, boom. Alrighty, let's just keep people alive just for a hair longer. Now, you should be able to get the kill 3 people in one turn on this as well. Hopefully, even with Ray's ult, we might get it done. I think that Death Trooper may well just overtake us and blow himself up, though. Let's have a look. Let's have a... Oh, no, he survived. Great. So maybe we'll get the 3 kills over here with Ray. Oh, not quite. Well, that's a bit rude, isn't it? Colonel Stark just being a little too chunky. And we'll just finish it off. So that's another easy way of getting the thermal detonator feat done. Obviously, it does require a GL, requires Ray in this instance, but it can be done. Now, if you do not have Jawas and you do not have GLs to support your Jawas, you can, of course, just take in Hut Cartel. Hut Cartel has got a lot of thermal detonators as it is. Jabba obviously makes it a lot easier, but I was actually able to do it with a Bausch lead, with Bosk and Grief and OG Mando and Zam Wessel. I'm not going to try that again because it wasn't exactly the cleanest of cleans, but you can get it done like this. We'll even throw in Greedo over here as he does have... Oh, actually, we should probably use Mob Enforcer, shouldn't we? Too late now. But there's plenty of thermal detonators in this team as well. As you're well aware, you could probably just go in and hit auto, and you'll have plenty of thermal detonators blowing up on the enemy team here. Might want to get a little bit more potency, of course, because it seems like they are rather resistant to my thermal detonators right now. But you only have to attempt to apply. You don't actually have to land it. So, absolutely. Hut Cartel Jabba will absolutely get this done full auto, and you could probably time it out with Bausch to blow multiple enemies up with one AoE. Not a problem at all. Alright, come on. Let's be dealing with you, buddy. Let's be dealing with you. 11 thermal detonators over there. Boom, there's a 3 kill. So, Jabba the Hutt, Hut Cartel, obviously very, very useful when it comes to thermal detonator feats. BAM teams can also get the multiple kills in one turn. You just start off with a Master's Training over there on BAM. You say, I have spoken. And then you get interrupted before you get your next turn, but that's okay. We'll go down into Whistling Bird stance. We'll do a little AoE here. Boom, boom, boom. There's 20 stacks. We're not going to go ahead and use that right now. I think should we get rid of Shore Trooper? No, I don't like Death Trooper. I don't like Death Trooper or his face. So let's get rid of him first and foremost. And then we just want to try and keep people low. Save that AoE from BAM. Dash rather. We want to be able to keep that for the next time we go into Whistling Bird stance with our BAM. Keep everybody nice and relatively uncomfortably low on the old hit points, because we want to be able to kill multiple people with our next Whistling Birds. So don't take them too low, but take them low enough to make it inconvenient for them. That's the aim of the game right now. Of course, IG-12 makes for a lot of fun on this team. Whistling Birds, here we go. In an ideal world, they'll just trigger a damage threshold, or looks like... Oh, here we go, 3 people left alive. Bam with the Whistling Birds. Booyah, 3 people dead. Obviously, that doesn't give you the thermal detonators, but it's just another source for those of you that do not have the teams to make, you know, like Hut Cartel and stuff like that. Anyway, that's going to about do it for this episode of Galactically Challenged on Monday morning with your boy Scribble. A huge shout out to my amazing patrons. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your continued support. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.